All right, now to an issue that President Obama spoke about during his final State of the Union address.
We've got to reduce the influence of money in our politics so that a handful of families or hidden interests can't bankroll our election. And if our existing approach to campaign finance reform can't pass muster in the courts, we need to work together to find a real solution, because it's a problem. And most of you don't like raising money. I know. I've done it.
And President Obama isn't alone in that fight, thanks to a group of so-called reformers, emphasis on the former. More than 100 retired members of Congress, governors, and cabinet secretaries from both parties are joining forces to reduce the influence of money in politics. And here with us now, former Democratic Congressman Tim Roemer of Indiana. He is senior strategic advisor to nonprofit group Issue One and a member of its Reformer Caucus. Good to have you on the show.
Thanks, Mika. Great to see you again. And Joe, good to see you. We got some things done together in Congress, so It's always good being on your show.
We did. We certainly did. Tim, talk about the influence of money in politics, and as it's looking today, with people like Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump doing pretty well without getting money from the richest donors.
So, Joe, I think you and Mika have been talking about this for weeks. I think one of the reasons that Bernie and Donald Trump are doing so well, they've not only tapped into this theme that the economic system is rigged, but that the political system is rigged, that we have a crisis. We have a crossroads that we face with the dominance of money in our politics, that donors have more influence than voters. And I think both of those candidates on the right and the left are tapping into this anger. More and more, Joe, you're seeing that the Republicans and the Democrats are recruiting candidates not based on their ideas and what they'll do to help America, but on whether they're millionaires and whether they know millionaires to raise money for their campaigns. So, as the president said in his State of the Union, we've got a direct threat to our democracy here, with legislators spending 50% of their time raising money and not doing their job as governing the country. The great thing about our Reformers Caucus, we have Democrats and Republicans working together, and we have solutions. We have hope for the future to solve this.
Katty Kay.
Tim, it's Katty here. Everyone knows this is getting bad. We're looking at the prospect, of a $4 billion election in this cycle. It's only increased every time we've gone through an election cycle. Do you really think there's a chance that that cycle is going to be broken and we'll have less money being spent in American politics?
Good to see you, Katty. Yes, I do. 8 months ago, no, I don't think there was much hope. But today, we have a presidential election. People in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina, across the country, 80% of Democrats and Republicans are sick and tired of money dominating the system. So they can do something about this. Secondly, Katty, I think we see across the country referendums popping up at the state level, where Jefferson said our laboratories of democracy have to work. Maine passed a referendum to clean up their politics. Seattle, San Francisco, Ohio did. And the President of the United States that just gave I thought, a good speech on this about how to clean up our politics at the State of the Union, he could sign an executive order today to say federal contractors have to disclose their giving.
Mike Barnick.
Why not?
Congressman, if the people of Flint, Michigan had a PAC, would their water be filled with lead today?
Mike, I can't believe this. Not only are these families and kids getting the shaft on their water, on their education, on their health care, it's because so many legislators spend 40, 50, 60% of their time talking to donors and the 1% and not working on our infrastructure, not working on basic rights of water and food security, not trying to make sure that as we have the strongest country in the world, having lived in India for 3 years as ambassador, we have everything going for us in this country, yet our political system is broken because of big money. money. We can fix it, and we need to fix it now. We've got solutions like disclosure and transparency, overturning Citizens United. Its 6-year anniversary is tomorrow. Let's have the Supreme Court revisit that. Let's have our presidential candidates, all of them, Hillary, Bernie, Trump, Rubio, everybody should be talking about the danger to our democracy of money swamping our system and making people believe that it's like a slot machine.
Yep.
You got to pay to play in our political system.
That's exactly the case. Former Congressman Tim Roemer, thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
well
Joe. Great
said.
to see you.
Up
Great
next,
to see you, Joe and Mika.
what,
Thank
if
you.
anything, did we learn today?